Okay.
Oh, good. We're recording. Okay. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday. We have our Tuesday training, and I'm so excited that an awesome girl, Lindsay, on our team is going to be sharing. I'm going to mute everyone. So, Lindsay, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. We have Lindsay who is going to be sharing with us, Lindsay Davern, about online sales. She rocks all of her online sales, and so she's going to go from start to finish and just tell you what she does. Look, my little boy's clapping for you. Way to go, Linz. And then also, we are going to draw a name. We had a November challenge that was awesome. I wish I could take full credit for it, but I can't. Phil and Danielle Russell, who are leaders on our team, did the same challenge with their team. And so I asked if I could piggyback with them. And so I did. And it was for November. If you double your order, it has to be at least 100 pieces. So if you ordered 100 pieces, order 200 pieces. So if you ordered 100 in October, 200 for November. And I had so many people do it. I'm so proud of you all. And I've had so many messages just saying how amazing it was and how just lucrative it was for their business. And that, a few girls were like, Catherine, it's true what you said. The more you have, the more you sell. And I was like, I know. There was kind of a method to my madness. And so I am really excited for all of y'all. A lot of you rocked your business, and many of you more than doubled your orders, and in turn doubling your sales. So great job. So I have everyone's name in here. They're all mixed up, and my little boy is home from school today. He has a really bad cold, and so he is gonna draw the name. Why are you saying boo, buddy?
Because I have a cold. Why would I say yay?
I know.
Why would I say that?
He loves school. So he's gonna pick our name. Okay, we gotta mix it all up. One lucky winner, I'm going to order 33 pieces for them. Jamie Rhodes. So Jamie Rhodes, 33 pieces for you. Congratulations. Jamie, get in touch with me and I will place an order for you. Anyway, well, I am super excited. So way to go, Jamie. All right, Matthew, you can go upstairs because we're going to do a little training now. So I'm so excited to hear from Lindsay. Lindsay, if you want to introduce yourself, maybe do a one or 2 minute why about you and how you got started, and then talk about online.
Sure. Hi, guys. I'm missing my other half here today. I feel weird without my husband here because he's really such a huge part of my business, really. But I started with LuLaRoe in I think it was July 13th was the day I got all my stuff. So it's been what is it? 5 months almost? And is it 5 months? July, August, October, November? Almost. And it's just flown by. It's absolutely flown by, and it's absolutely changed my life. I grew up with a mom, just a real quick why. I grew up with a mom who was a stay-at-home mom. I absolutely loved having a mom that was a stay-at-home mom. She cooked and cleaned and did drove me here and there, and my friends were always over, and I loved it. And that's kind of how I envisioned my life. But she had 5 kids and I have 2, and they're very close in age. So it kind of, my needs were, my kids were in school, and I was like, okay, what now? Who am I? And my husband's in the military. So we've moved around. I was in New Jersey, North Dakota, and now we're here. And so I could never really find something that was a job for me that I could stay in. And I didn't really ever feel like a call in my life to go to school for something. What am I good at? Well, I love to decorate. I did photography for a while, just for fun. And if I was going to go for school, I'd probably go for interior design. I love designing. So, but those were all things I didn't want to go to school for years and do all that stuff. And moving around just makes it difficult. So when I moved to Virginia, and I met my sponsor, Crystal, and I bought my first piece of LuLaRoe, and I was like, this, of course, is amazing. And I fell in love, and I started buying it and buying it and buying it. And then I was like, I talked to my husband about this could be really lucrative for us. It could be something that I think I really would be good at. And he said, no, this is crazy. I'm not spending $5,000 on something that may not work out. So I slowly convinced him, and it really has just changed my life. It's given me purpose. It's given me pride in myself, really. I feel like I've found something that I'm good at, that I absolutely love. And I've made friends all over the place, you know, through LuLaRoe. And it's so fulfilling for me. And I love it. I love being able to be home for my kids when they get home, and work from home. And I just love it. So that's kind of my why. It's really financially for my family, for really a deeper meaning for myself as a woman. I just feel fulfilled, and I've never felt that way. So I love it. So I'm just going to start. When I started selling LuLaRoe, my purpose was to have an online business because my husband is in the military. I knew I needed something that I could move with me, because it's a highly chance that we'll probably next summer be moving. So for me, I didn't want to plant myself somewhere, have a huge customer base in Virginia, and then have to leave that and then start all over again. So my goal was to have an online business. So that's what I set out to do. And that's, my husband and I strategized, and we're like, okay, how are we going to grow our page? What's going to help us with that? So the number one, I'm going to go through, I have about 10 bullets that I'm just going to run through, and I'll try not to talk too much. But we decided that the best thing for growing my group was hostess parties. So I started out with one hostess party a week. And the great thing about the way that I do it is I don't use Shop Row With Me or Shop the Row. I use just albums, which I don't know any different because that's all I've ever done. So I have girls now ask me, what do you think about Shop the Row? And I'm like, well, I don't really know because I don't use it. Albums work for me. It takes a little while to upload, but I have the time, so I don't mind. I have them really organized in, by size on my desktop, and I just add to them and subtract pictures, and it's simple. But that's what I use. So I create a private event for someone, and I add them as a co-host, and then they invite, people generally invite probably 100 to 200 friends, depending on, how many people they want above. But I found that typically I have 20 to 40 people join my group from a party. Now that's just an amazing way to grow your group. That's been like the bread and butter of my group growing, has been hostess parties online. And I do 2 a week. I do one on Wednesday and I do one on Saturday. And my customers know that that's pretty consistent. So I think they look for those every week. And I'm booked now through March of next year. And I'm having to double book people because I don't want to book people out to like May because I think that's too far away. So I have 2 hostesses on Saturdays. Sometimes I have 2 on Wednesday. And I've never had anybody complain about it. And so that gets me really big parties. I mean, this last party I sold, I think 135 items. So through the weekend, I did about $5,300 just from Friday to Sunday. And so that blew my mind, really. I mean, it's just crazy. But so that's how I do it, is just through online hostesses. And then I book, probably 2 to 3 more parties. People will message me or say on the Google Doc that they want to have a party with me. So that just keeps my booking going. So I don't really feel like I have to kind of do the 72-hour game plan where I'm looking for people, because people kind of come to me from having good organized parties online. So maybe keep that in mind, starting out with 1 a week. And I've had a few really, really good online parties where I've had a lot of girls buy. And a lot of those have been from people in New York where I'm from. So if you don't live in the state or you live out of the state, book with like one of your friends in your home state. And if you get like those few good customers, they will add their friends and then they'll shop. And I have so many consistent customers from my friends adding their friends. So try to do that if you live, out of state. Another thing that I'm really, really big on is taking really great pictures. I know I'm not really on very many consultants' pages because I don't have the time and I want to focus on my own business. I've seen other people's pictures and I think, if I could just go over there and retake their pictures, I know that would sell. Just focus really hard on what you want to see when you are looking at a picture. You don't want to see something wrinkled, thrown on a chair or like laying on a carpet. On Amazon, we bought like a $10 paper. I don't know if you can see it, but that's paper on the wall back there. It's just tacked on from Amazon. I think it's the Ella Bella brand. Super easy and cheap. And people will come to my house and say, oh my gosh, I thought that was wood. So it's really, I think it's important to have a good, clean backdrop to work with. And nothing else in your pictures. That you want your outfit, you want your piece of clothing to be the star. You don't want to be showing some decorative piece from Hobby Lobby. I mean, that's not what they're there for. So show that piece of clothing, make it look good, and it will sell. LuLaRoe has amazing stuff. And just get it as not too close. You still want to see, I think, the shape of the garment and what it really looks like. But you also want to see the print. So not too close, not too far away. And just a clear, good picture. I bought a lighting kit from Amazon. It's $50. I think it's important to invest in that. It's a really cheap way to just bring good light. If you don't have good light, you don't want your customers getting, something they thought was pink that really is red, and then being like, oh man, I'm disappointed. So just get that lighting kit, invest in it. It's $50 and it's worth every penny. The other thing is, I'm constantly reevaluating myself. I'm constantly looking at ways to improve after every party. Okay, what went well? What do I think I should do differently? A while back, I went through and took every single picture over of all of my leggings and all of my Cassie skirts because I didn't like them, and my maxis. So reevaluate yourself. It's okay to change things and to try to think, okay, well, what didn't work? What could I do differently? It's worth the time. It's worth the time to retake your pictures, your entire inventory, if you don't think they're good. Because I'm telling you, people shop online with their eyes. They cannot touch LuLaRoe fabric. They can't feel it. They can't try it on when they're online. So you have to make it look really good. And I'm telling you, it's worth it. So redo your pictures if you need to. It's very important. The third thing, I'm huge with interaction with my customers. Now, LuLaRoe is my full-time business, so I am home. I know that sometimes this isn't your full-time job, it can be time-consuming to connect with your customers, and I totally get that. For me, I have the time. I really try to treat every single customer like they're one of my friends. I know it's weird, but like I always call people, like if their name is Emily, I call them Em. How would you treat a friend? People call me Linz. They don't really call me Lindsay if they're my friend. So little things like that. When I send them a private message, if they've forgotten to pay an invoice or something, I will add them as a friend, and then I kind of get to know them because they're now friends with me on Facebook. So I like their pictures. I kind of get to know their family, and I think they get to know me better because they're part of my personal Facebook page. So some people might not like that, but so many people have sent me messages saying things like, oh my gosh, I feel like I know you even though we've never met. And I think that that's really key in connecting and having people shop with me. I think that when you are comfortable with someone and you feel like they're your friend, you're going to feel more comfortable talking to them about their size. Like I'm a plus size girl. Do I want to go into some random stranger, at a shopping store and be like, hey, I'm a size 16. Like, what do you think would look good on me? I don't want to do that if it's just some random person. But if I feel comfortable with them and they're my friend, I'm going to talk to them about, things that you're more vulnerable about. I think I hope people feel like that with me, that they're able to come to me and not be judged, that I want to make them look good and feel good. And that's what friends do. So I just try to really, really make people feel like they're my friend. And I think that I give them sneak peeks into our family life. My husband Jim helps me so much with LuLaRoe. And so if he's building me something, I take pictures of him doing it and I post it. I post pictures of my kids and what we're doing. And at the Inspire Tour, I forget who it was, Meg Hutchinson said, treat your shop page more like a blog. And that was my goal from day one. That's something I've really tried to do. So when she said that, I was like, oh good, I'm on the right track, because that's what I've been doing. And I think people like that. They like knowing who they're shopping with, who are they supporting. I think it's just, and the other thing that LuLaRoe was talking about, they don't shop with you because of what you have. They shop with you, like, why? Why are they shopping with you? Well, because you have this family and you love them. And what is the reason behind your shop page? Help people connect with you in that way. I think it's important. And I think it really helps with my sales. I try really hard to comment on all my customers' comments. And I know that that's very time consuming. It is for me, but when I have parties, I try my best to comment on every comment. If it's just like, if somebody likes something, I will go underneath that like and say, oh my gosh, Amber, I love this. This would be so cute on you. Even if she doesn't say anything, then it sparks her brain like, oh, yeah, maybe I should take a second look at that. Because I am in it to sell it. I'm not just in it to like have relationships. I do want my clothes to sell. So what's going to make that pop back in the brain and remember that they liked that shirt? Well, if I comment on it and it tags them and brings it back up, then they're going to be like, oh, I did comment on that shirt. So I'm always thinking about selling, even though it does take a lot of time, but it's worth it. So just interaction, again, with your customers and commenting is a big thing for me. And I don't comment with just like a yes or a no. If somebody asks me a question, I always try to sell that product. Is this red? Yes. Oh my gosh. And it's the most soft fabric you've ever felt. Sell it. Sell that shirt. What's going to make that person want that red shirt? So don't be pushy, but be salesy in a way. So number 5 is outfits. I do a lot of outfits. Oh, and I do. Let me go back real quick. I wanted to say this. I use the app What Did I Sell? For some reason, my Facebook group does not give me notifications, which makes it very hard for me because I don't get notified if somebody comments or likes something on my page. I don't know why. I have tried to figure it out. But anyway, I found this app called What Did I Sell? I forget how much it is a month, $8, something like that. But I can, calculate it and it brings up every single comment and sold item with the picture next to it. That's how we pull all of our items, and that's how I comment back to people. So that's what I use. It's called What Did I Sell? Outfits. Okay. So I sell a lot of outfits. This is fun for me because I love styling. I love photography. So I love it. And I sell a lot of them. So after I have a party, because my parties are 24 hours. So I typically do them at night because I found that evening parties are better. People aren't as busy. They're home from work. They're getting their kids settled down. I think, okay, when would I want to shop? I don't really want to shop at 12 o'clock in the day because I've got stuff to do. So I typically have them like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and they run for 24 hours. So after my evening parties, they typically wind down like around 10 or 11 at night. And then the next day I will post a bunch of outfits. And this helps, I think, like remind people, like, don't forget about my party still going on. And I think it's just easier. People can't see the albums, like the colors, and they forget what shirt is in an album compared to what legging, and if they match and all that stuff. So I try to make it easy for them to pop on and see an outfit that's already set for them, and they know it matches. They trust my judgment, because I'm not going to post something I would not wear. I would never post something just to sell it. If I don't like that together, I'm not going to post it. I'll wait till I get a legging that matches it really well, and then I'll post it. So don't be desperate with your outfits. Make them look really good, and make them look like you're flipping through a magazine and, oh, look at that. That's an awesome outfit. I would totally wear that. Accessorize your outfits with like nail polish, jewelry, shoes. I kind of put whole looks together a lot of times so that people can visualize. A lot of people are really have trouble visualizing things, so help them with that. That's something that I do. I also, this backdrop that I got from Amazon, it's really long. I didn't need all of it. So I bought just a piece of plywood from Lowe's, and I wrapped a piece of plywood in the leftover piece from my backdrop. And that's what I use on my floor lays, because I do a lot of my outfits on the floor. I lay them out flat, try to get all the wrinkles out, try to make it look really good. And that's how I do them. Sometimes I'll do them on a mannequin, but I've found that people really respond really well to my floor lays on that board. So that's something I've switched over to. And I use that Typorama app, and then I will add, the size. I just started doing that, and I got a lot of messages that people are really loving it. So think about doing something like that with outfits. People liked it. Just don't be lazy with it. Don't throw something on the ground. Take the time to get on the floor, lay it out, make it look good, and it will sell. If you have good buyers, it will sell. Giveaways. So I do probably 1 to 2 giveaways a week. And I know this can be a lot for some people if you don't have a lot of sales, but I find that it's a good way to get people to my page and to get people interacting in my group. In my actual parties, I do giveaways. So I give away a pair of leggings for my party. So one of her shoppers, what I do now is like a little game in there that's comment on how you know the hostess. And I give an extra entry if they say the thing they love most about her, because I feel like that, I like to know what people like about me. I think it makes us feel good. So I feel like that's something nice for the hostess to hear from her friends, why they love her. So they get an extra entry, and that's my giveaway. It's really simple, and then I just pull one and somebody gets a free pair of leggings. So, and then just to my regular page throughout the week, I usually do one on Monday, and then I don't know, whenever I feel like it. I don't plan it out, but I typically post quotes a lot, and I do my giveaways through that. I really focus on my page being a really positive space. Negativity does not flow on my page. People know that, and I don't put up with it. I don't deal with it. I don't respond to it. And people know that, and they like my page because of that. So I'll do a quote about like friendship, and then I do win one, get one. So I'll give 2 away that day, and I'll say, keep one for yourself and give one to your friend. And so things like that. Things like, I want to set myself apart. So who am I? Well, I love quotes. I love people. So think about something that sets you apart, that, will draw people to your page. Just take time and really think about what you want your page to be. I want to spread the LuLaRoe culture. I believe in it. I love it. And blessing other people is something I'm passionate about on my page. So that's why I do a lot of giveaways. So try to maybe at least do one a week. And I think it helps people be involved and not forget about my page during the week. And it gives them a reason to come to my page. So do the giveaways. It's worth it. And it only costs you $10. So do it. Customer service. I am I'm a really easy consultant when it comes to returning, exchanging. I will not give you a hard time. I love Target because I can take anything back to Target if I need to. And I'll shop there because I know they'll take it back. I don't have to worry about a receipt and all that stuff. I know some consultants are really strict with their return and exchange policy. I'm just not. I just don't. I love my customers too much to make them be stuck with something they don't love. Because I don't want something in my closet that I can't wear. So I will take it back if it's past the 14-day policy. I don't care. Somebody came to I don't do very many vendor events. I think I've done maybe 3, but I did one and somebody bought something that said, oh, I want to save it for Christmas. But what if it doesn't fit her? I said, and this was in August, I said, bring it back. I'll take it back. And the good thing is nobody else is going to have that Flamingo Randy in December, but I'll have it. So remember that, like that stuff that you take back a couple months later that still has the tags, nobody else is going to have that, but you're going to have it. So don't be a stickler about your returns and exchanges. It's not LuLaRoe culture, really, I don't think, to be stingy. If they have the tags, take it. It's worth the kindness and blessing other people and not letting them feel like it gives them freedom to buy things and try things. If they don't feel like they can return it, it's going to maybe make them feel like, oh, I probably shouldn't get that. So I think it gives people freedom to shop and try styles that they wouldn't try because they know if they don't love it, I'll take it back and I'll hold a credit for them. So that's what I do. I'll hold credits and I will do returns. That's just what I do. So anyway, I think it's a good thing. Live sales. So I do maybe 1 live sale a month. I try not to do very many because I've had a lot of feedback from my personal customers that they don't love it. They said it takes too much time and they don't have time to sit there and then be disappointed that somebody else gets the item. So that's just why I don't do them very often. But I do like to do them because I feel like it lets people get to know me personally. Because they don't know me in person, they can see my interaction with my husband and with my kids, and they kind of get to know my personality when I'm talking with them. So I do think live sales are important. But for my personal customers, I just don't do them very often. And your customers may feel different. They may love live sales. But that's all in feedback you'll get as you do them. So organization. This is my number 9. I am not an organized person. My husband, I wish he was here and he could tell you what he does, but I am just not an organized person. He does all my spreadsheets and he does all that, the numbers stuff. And that really allows me to just focus on my styling and my customers and helping me to just be creative because I don't have to worry about that stuff. So if you're not good at that, try to get someone in your life who is good at it that can maybe help you, or just get a spreadsheet that will help you just know exactly what you need to type out. He helps me package all my stuff during my parties. So I'm interacting with my customers and he's pulling things and he's packaging them, and then I will label and ship them. So we really work as a team. And when you have like 100+ packages to ship out, I can't do that myself because I really try to ship next day. That's my goal. And I can't be up till 3 in the morning. So having a teammate, I think for me, is key when you have big online sales. So find somebody who can help you with the things that you're not good at. So you're not stressed out, because there are people in your life who will help you, or who you can pay a little bit of money or give them LuLaRoe or whatever. But try to find the things that you're not good at and find someone else who is. And that will give you freedom to kind of be more relaxed and stress-free because it can be overwhelming if you are stressed out. So just try to do a spreadsheet. I know they have probably things that I think like Lula Tools or something. I'm not sure. I don't use it, but they probably have something set up. Find something that will help you not be stressed, so that you can be free to be creative and love LuLaRoe, because you don't want to be stressed doing it. Packaging. I wrap I order bags from Uline, and I repackage every single one of my leggings in these like little plastic bags. They're almost like Ziplocs, but they fit the leggings perfectly. That's what I use for my vendor events, and I've had a ton of positive feedback from people coming to my setup saying, "Oh my gosh, I love how your bags are. Everything's individually wrapped, and they're not rolled up and tied up, and you don't have to dig through them." And then when I send them in person, they look very neat and just nicely wrapped. So that's what I use. I individually wrap every single piece that I send in bags that I buy from Uline. They're not like super expensive. I think they're maybe $70 for 1,000 of them, so they go pretty far, and I think it's worth the purchase. So I just wrap them all in the poly bags, and I wrap them in tissue paper. I buy little quote cards because I like quotes on my page, so I send little quotes in with my packages or little jewelry that I buy. And I don't do that every single time, but just every once in a while, I'll send an extra pair of leggings or, something that makes it sets you apart, and it makes people feel special and makes them want to come back to your page. So give people a reason to shop with you. That's, ask yourself, like, what can I do that makes me stand out from, Mary Jo down the road? Who am I, and what's going to make people want to shop with me? And then ordering. So when I first started in July, probably until like the end of August, my ordering was just all over the place, absolutely all over the place. I was just ordering whatever I felt like. Do I need this? I don't know, because I'm so unorganized. And I go off my feelings. I'm like, oh, I feel like getting more Cassies. That's just such a horrible way to do your ordering. So when I went to training in the summer in Virginia Beach, they said, order exactly what you sell. And I started doing that, and it was so much better. I ordered exactly what I sold, and I came back from that training, and I said, Jim, we have to reinvest. We cannot set this goal of paying myself off in a month. Like, it's not realistic, and it's not going to grow my sales, and it's not going to grow my page. I took that advice, and it skyrocketed my business. I'm telling you, I went from like, $1,000 parties to $3,000 or $4,000 parties. And now this weekend I did $5,300 in 2 days. I mean, who does that? What the heck? Not me. I mean, I'm still like just so humbled by it. And it's because I have a lot of selection. So I was like asking my customers, what do you want? Well, I want kid stuff. Well, I want this. Well, I want that. And then I was ordering like small amounts of that. And it was such a terrible way to order. So learn from me and don't do that. What you have now, grow that really, really, like we started out with 6 of each size, and now I have 10 to 20. I actually counted, I think I have 30 small Irmas, too many. But grow it so that when people come to your online parties, they're not looking at 4 medium Irmas, because they're not going to know, they're not going to come back and shop with you if they don't think you have a good selection. Somebody just said to my husband the other day, oh my gosh, I'm adding all my friends to your page because I know Lindsay has such a great selection. And so take that time to not stress yourself out about paying off your investment if you can. You're not losing any more money. You're just using the money you're earning and you're reinvesting it, and it's worth it to grow your inventory. I'm telling you, it's worth it. And I've sold so much more, and it's just this challenge this month. I mean, I wasn't able to double my sales, my orders, because it would have been like 1,200 pieces, but it's true. It's so true that if you have more, you're going to sell more. And once you build up, then you can just maintain. So it does, it takes a little bit of reinvesting in time, but it's worth it. So that's basically what I do that I think helps me be successful. So thank you for listening.
Awesome, Lindsay. Thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions for her? That's a ton of great information. I really appreciate you breaking it up and doing the 10 points for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think if you, Lindsay, can you see in the comment section?
Yeah. Where do you say you get the bags to repackage leggings? It's called uline.com, U-L-I-N-E. Let me get actually I have one right here. Here's one of my package leggings. I can find the exact dimensions for you of what I order, and post them under this page so that you guys know. But it's worth it. I mean, it takes a little bit of time to repackage them, but I think it's worth it because I personally don't like the bags they come in. They rip and they're crinkly, and I don't like it. So,
does anyone else have any other questions for Lindsay? No? Well, thank you. I appreciate all of your advice.
Hey, Catherine, it's Amber Law. Sorry, I was still muted. I have a question.
okay.
Amber, we can't hear you. Amber.
She's muted.
I think she's on her phone.
Oh.
Amber, we can't hear you. Can you type it in? Or I guess you're on your phone, so you probably can't. Does anyone else have a question?
What lighting kit? Yes, I bought a lighting kit from Amazon. It's like $50. It wasn't like an expensive one, and it works great. I'm not sure of the exact name, but if you go on Amazon and type in lighting kit, I think it's probably like the first one that pops up. So no, there's two. It comes with 2 umbrellas and like a small little light that I don't really use, but it comes with 2 of them. Would I be willing to chat with? Sure. Yeah, I'll definitely. Privately, did she message me? I'll definitely meet with you and talk with you if you have questions, for sure. I'm open to, like, you know, any questions you guys have to help you guys, for sure. How do you use it? We can't figure it out. The umbrella? How do you use the umbrella? My husband set it up. I don't know.
There should be directions.
You pop it up and put the lights in and put the umbrella on. And then just point it at your pictures until the shadows kind of go away. We can't position them. I have mine like up in the corners of my room, and they're just kind of shining at my item, and then it pretty much takes care of my shadows for the most part. But I'm also in a sunroom, so I have a lot of light. I don't know what kind of room that you're in. If you're like in a basement, lighting is really, really hard. It's probably in a basement. But it is important to figure it out. I'm telling you, like, if you do not have good pictures, your stuff isn't going to sell as well. I mean, it may sell, but it's not going to sell as well. And if you have really good pictures, I have people that message me and they're like, oh my gosh, your picture looks like it's from a magazine. And I'm like, well, it took me 5 minutes, like literally 5 minutes. So just take the time, get on the floor and lay it flat and stand above it and take it. It looks great in a basement. Yeah, it is hard. Do you create a public Facebook event for your hostess to share? How do you keep it active and advertised? Do you or your hostess do that? So I create just a private Facebook event. I don't do a public event. She just invites her friends to that because she's a co-host, so she can invite all of her friends. And then my personal shopping group can also shop. So, but she doesn't get rewards based off of all my sales from that day. So I've never had any of my hostesses complain about not getting the sales from my whole entire page. I've never had that trouble. So she has to add her friends into the group. Yes, she just can invite them from inside that private event that I've created for her. It's pretty simple, and most people know how to do it. And I'll also send, like, when someone hosts with me, I'll send them just a quick, like, trying to find where I have it. It's just a quick informational thing of how it kind of works, what their rewards are going to be. I personally I do a free pair of leggings for hosting, and then 1 item for every 10 that she sells. And if she's really close, if she has like 7 or 8, I'll give her a second free item. I don't know, just because I want to be nice and do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So that's what I do. So those are what I do for my hostess rewards.
Anyone else? All right, y'all. Well, thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate it so much. And
yeah, thanks for asking me.
Sure. And thank you all for tuning in to our Tuesday calls. And this will be recorded and I will stick it up on Fancy Pants. Thanks, you guys. Have a great week. Bye.